Hello lovelies people of the world! Today I would like to show you a new technique and a great way of making a kebab. It's called the Tarsus Kebab, a nice part of Turkey, and it's a shish kebab which is incredibly tasty, so easy to make. The technique I'm going to show you is going to involve cooking it in your oven but with a coal, and you're gonna have your kebabs with the taste of the coal, and everything is going to be so juicy, so well, and it's going to happen all in 15 minutes. Because I would like to show you a technique, I want to start from the oven. We're gonna cook in the oven without the fan, just the grill, and it's going to be on 250 degrees Celsius. We are setting the oven like that. Secondly, we come to our stovetop. Are you okay, Bahar?
Yes.
Tamam. Turn the heat. Instead of putting food, I am going to put this coal in here. When you are going to put coal on your stovetop, make sure it's not too much.
Isn't that too much?
No, this is okay. And secondly, have always a small window open just in case, okay?
Burak, did you dismantle the fire alarm?
You don't need any dismantling. There's not going to be a lot of fume. The other technique that we use, using the cast iron like a coal on the stovetop, that creates a bit of fume, but this one won't, and it's going to be real coal. So this way, by turning it a few minutes, we're going to turn the coals into red, and they are going to be ready to go to the oven. This will take 8 minutes maximum. If you like these kind of tips and tricks that you cannot find anywhere else, you should definitely subscribe. We want your support, we need your support, and for you to subscribe, leave a comment, say us what you feel, how you feel. It makes a huge difference. Also, sharing the video makes tons of difference. So please make the recipe and share it with your loved ones as well. Meanwhile, we are going to finish making our kebabs. It's quite easy.
It's very exciting. It's my first time seeing this coal technique.
It's the first time we're making it, and probably anyone. I don't know. I haven't seen anyone doing it. So, first the meat. We have half a kilo of single grinded meat. How do we understand this single grind? These things are big. Usually when you want to buy a minced meat from your butchers, they put it this way and then they put it into the grinder again. So it's going to be thinner. But this is good for burgers. This is good for kebabs. If you go to Tarsus or any kebab place, they put the meat in and then they do it with the knife, but we don't want to do that. And for the kebabs, actually this is from around the ribs of the wheel. It needs a lot of fat, and usually we get it from lamb. But the lamb that I have found this time around here, I didn't like it so much, so I wanted to show you another technique. I also got just the fat of the wheel, 100 grams. I have cut it with a knife, thinned it this way. So I'm going to mix it so that it's going to be more like these kebabs, because the fatty content is important. Don't be afraid, fat will melt and it will drop to the coal, and the coal will create a fume with the fats, and that fume is going to give the kebab its perfect flavor. After mixing the fat a bit, we are going to use the onion, but this time not the juice. We want the onion paste.
What's the difference?
Like this. When you put the onion juice, for example in döner kebab we use that. You soften the meat, you kill the meat. This time, because we want the juices of the kebab to stay, we take the juices out, but it increases the taste. Normally in many kebabs they don't use the onion, but in Tarsus Kebab they do. And also one small red pepper or half a pepper, diced like this. A bit of salt. In some places in Tarsus they use red flake pepper, some use the powdered red pepper, but this is done always just before they make the kebab. Look at these coals. I'm going to turn them a bit, and then what they do, they have this counter. I don't know whether those counters are bacteria safe. The kebab man takes a small batch and pats it to the counter like this, like çiğ köfte. Compared to Urfa, Adana kebab, this is a red one. Some people also use a bit of parsley, but in two places that we went, when we went to Tarsus, they weren't using it, so I decided not to. And also, with the same filling, this one, they create a small lahmacun lahmacun, calling it kuş gözü, which is bird's eye. Maybe we do it with Burak one day.
What's special about Tarsus?
Tarsus American, one of the oldest American schools. The one that I went was Robert College in Istanbul, and there was another one. It's very close to the sea as well, near close to one of the biggest cities in Adana. Lots of history, churches, and there's this saying that there's this dimension door. Another thing which is, you know, Marcus Antonius after Caesar's death meets Cleopatra there for the first time. They fall in love, so there's a Cleopatra gate, etc., etc. We have to knead the meat a bit, but we shouldn't heat up. Never heat if your hands or surrounding is too hot. Make sure to cool it. As the kebab gets warm, its tendency to stick to the shish gets lessened. Now I also want to show you the coal. As you can see, the coal is kind of maturing. The inside should be kind of like reddish gray. Then we will know that it's totally ready. This looks a bit messy, but this is because it's how they do it. I wanted to show it that way, just on top of the counter. So I'm going to divide all this in 4 batches. With my clean hand, I go to my fridge. Oi! Take my shish.
Why were they in the fridge?
That's a small trick. If you put your shish into the fridge, it's always easier for the meat to stick to the shish. How do we put it in shape? Always keep it away from the heat. Wet your hand, hold the shish from the bottom, and then try to squeeze. Make sure that when you look at from the front, the top and the bottom has equal amount of meat. And then you'll elongate it slowly. The final move is called giving it a nakış. Nakış is sewing kind of thing. You kind of sew the kebab to the shish like this. Middle finger and thumb plays a role, and you get this nice kebabi shape. All ready. Before the fun part starts, I'm going to put my dirty glasses on. Now, why did I put my glasses on? I'll tell you now. I am going to put this coal into the tray. Crack it a bit. Distributed the coal, and I use glasses just in case it doesn't like come to my face. And I'm going to put my kebabs in the middle like this. The coal is hot. My tray is getting warmer. And my oven is already in 250 degrees. So they go to the top shelf. And in 4 minutes, I'm going to turn them. I'm going to wet my lavash with their fat, and then in another 4 minutes it's going to be ready to eat. How does the smoke gets created? The fat in the kebab starts to melt. It drops to the coal and creates a fume. That fume gives the kebab its great kebabi flavor, wandering all around in the top part of the oven. After 4 minutes, I'm going to carefully open the oven, take my kebabs out for a little. I'll take each shish like this. You know how juicy it is. I'm going to wet my bread with this juicy meat and turn the shish and put it back. Take it out, wet the bread just for once and turn it and put it back. This way I get a tasty lavash. Okay. We are ready. This is ready.
Wow.
Now, take your shish kebab. Take it like this. Wrap it. Pull it. Pulitzer Prize of food. Like this. Always check the top, and then squeeze it like this, and it's ready.
This is something you can even maybe not find in a restaurant.
No, really, seriously.
It smells wonderful.
Yeah, this is a legendary one. I want everyone to eat it. So how do we eat it? It's quite simple. Put the kebab in, a bit of onions always, a bit of parsley, and if you want some biber, but because this is so tasty, you don't even need that. And
How is it?
perfect.
Even those want some, of course.
We all want some. And the coal gives it that beautiful, beautiful smell. The kitchen also smells a bit, but it's really nice, really festive. If you don't have these shish, you can buy long ones and cut it simply if you like, or you can use some wood shish. Don't forget to soak them in water so that it doesn't catch fire. So that's it. Hope you've enjoyed it. We have enjoyed making it. Lots of love and big kiss from Istanbul.